What's going on, guys? Welcome back here to another weather update, my friends. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Glad to have y'all here for another update. So we got ourselves a nasty storm that is impacting the west, or set to impact the west, which impacts are already starting. So we got a lot of stuff we need to talk about regarding that in particular storm. We also have ourselves a new storm that is starting to develop across the southeastern United States on the current radar view. The first thing we're going to take a look at because like I said, it's obviously really important to look at the current state of the atmosphere before we project it forward, just so we can kind of see what is going on right now. But yeah, right now, my friends, we got another storm system developing across the south. Now, there's no severe weather expected on this storm system, so we're good. But what's really interesting is if we zoom over here towards Texas and Oklahoma, we actually did see ourselves a lot of snow that was falling across portions out there towards the panhandle of Texas. Now, what's really interesting is that these are the areas that has been seeing those fires, as well as, like I said, now a bit of snow that has rolled through. Quite a wacky weather across these regions here, I tell you. Like I said, going from fire conditions to snowfall, I'm pretty sure they just seen a lot of warm air as well from this previous storm system before it really happened. So, you know, quite a change in the weather across portions of the panhandle here. But winter weather on this system is not expected to be too much of an issue. Just a bunch of rainfall for the most part, so nothing too crazy. We work our way up here towards the northern side of the country and the central side. Honestly, it's relatively clear, my friends. We got ourselves some high pressure out there towards the Ohio Valley and stuff like that overall. So right now, things are looking relatively calm for that. We actually do have a bit of snow showers out there towards, you know, like New York State. That is it's starting to look like, I mean, it's not as heavy as it once was, but there is just a bit of snow activity up in those regions, just a bunch of scattered showers. As that cold air mass that we just got rolling through, a bunch of cold air rolls over the Great Lakes, causing a little bit of lake effect snow across some of those regions here. But for the most part, my friends, yeah, it is relatively, relatively calm across those regions. Southwest, same thing. But yeah, really the only areas we're watching right now is across portions here of the southeastern United States and portions out there towards the west with that big storm rolling through. Alrighty, guys, so we're going to hop over here to the future radar to take a look here at what we can expect here down in time. If you guys want to follow along with the time here, it is right above me. You guys can take a look at that. So, anyways, like we were mentioning here, we do have ourselves that high pressure across the Ohio Valley, as well as that storm starting to impact the west. Now, that is where we really need to be watching for, because watch this. Across portions here of California, today being the 29th, as we continue down in time, you can see all that blue representing the snowfall across those regions, working its way into March 1st, into March 2nd, into March 3rd, and that's where the end of this model goes. So you can literally see how we're just going to be getting blasted by so much snow across the west. Now, this is not solely just for California either. This is also places out there just really in the west in general, like towards portions like Idaho, portions of Washington and Oregon. Also seeing a lot of snowfall out of the system. And of course, the lower elevations could be seeing a lot of rain as well. Now, speaking of rain, if we hop over here towards the east, we pay attention more on this quadrant. Like I said, we were seeing a lot of a lot of rainfall that was falling across these regions here. Now, that will continue to fall across the southeast here throughout tomorrow, working its way up here towards the mid-Atlantic by late tomorrow into the morning of the 2nd, and eventually this will come up across the northeast here for mostly right around the 2nd here, and it should be out right around the morning of the 3rd, which then will leave a lot of the country relatively in high pressure, relatively in calm conditions. Now, for the areas out there towards like the Central Plains and the Midwest, if we play this in motion, you can see that there's not much precipitation even potentially occurring across these regions here. So what that is saying is that you guys in this region here is more than likely going to remain dry for the next 3 or 4 days or so. So it is going to be relatively calm overall regarding precipitation. And yeah. All right, so moving on, guys, we're going to hop over here to the warnings and watches that we currently have in effect. Now, you can really see how the east doesn't have too many of them out there. It's really the west that has a lot of watches out there. So these ones in the orange, these are actually blizzard warnings across those upper elevations where we are expecting a lot of snowfall. We'll get to the totals here in a minute, which is pretty wild, actually. We also have a couple out there towards eastern Nevada. I think this, it's just north of Las Vegas. Well, Las Vegas does have a high wind warning. That's what the tan colors are. Talking about high winds out there across the region. You can see they're really scattered throughout portions like Montana, Oregon, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, and of course portions of Southern California. Now the pink ones, these are all winter storm warnings where, you know, still heavy impacts of winter weather is expected, but not quite to the blizzard conditions, which we do have a couple also across like Wyoming, portions here of Idaho, Oregon, and Washington State, and once again, actually even Nevada as well, and of course California. So these are all the watches and the warnings that we got going on right now regarding winter weather and you know, everything like that. I didn't really see too many flood warnings or flood watches really. This is mostly, I think, going to be a hazard for snow overall, but there definitely could still be some rain for those lower elevations, of course, with this storm system rolling its way through the region. Now we have ourselves these this kind of purple color. These are winter weather advisories if you've seen them. Basically just saying, just giving you a heads up that some impacts regarding winter weather could be a possibility, but overall not as crazy as those winter storm warnings or the blizzard warnings in general. So those areas is relatively fine for the most part. Just some impacts with weather could be possible. All right, y'all, so now we're moving on over here to the snowfall expectancy, and my goodness, there's a lot of snow expected. Once again, not just across California, but really a lot of the West in general, even like Colorado and shoot, maybe even like North Dakota could see a bit of snow in Montana. So let's go ahead and see these accumulations, my friends. So a lot of the heavy snow, I just noticed, I thought this was just one strip of land with snow, but no, this whole area is, oh God, I'm literally, I haven't looked at this myself, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Wow. I think it gets capped out at 70 inches. Like, it doesn't even locally get higher than that. I think that's literally how high the program will let snow accumulation go. I think it's broke the program here, you guys. 70 inches, at least, is expected across some of those upper elevations. That is absolutely wild. Now, across portions here of, obviously, like Oregon, a lot of those upper elevations could see well over 2 foot of snow. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Let's see, Salt Lake City could see, you know, several inches of snowfall. Those upper elevations, man, I tell you, could easily see 2 foot or more across those pink areas. Definitely is showing a lot of snow. But of course, by far the most of the snow accumulations is, yeah, gonna happen up there towards California, where we're gonna be seeing several feet is an understatement across those regions there. That is actually really crazy. All right, you guys, now comes the final segment here for today's video. We're going to take a look here at the extended range forecast regarding what we potentially could see here further down in time. You know me, I typically don't like looking more than 5 days out because at that point things become pretty inaccurate unless I see some serious support between the models prior. But anyways, so let's go ahead and look at the GFS model. You guys, once again, if you want to follow time, it's right above me here. So we work our way down in time here, and we do have ourselves that rainstorm across the southeast we've been talking about. Same thing with the west getting impacted by the snow throughout March 1st, into March 2nd, into March 3rd. But as we approach our way towards March 4th, all of that precipitation could work its way towards, or it probably will. Like I say, at this point, as models have been talking about this for a while. So it will work its way towards the central plains here, driving a bit of snow potential out there towards the north for portions like Colorado, Nebraska, North South Dakota, you know, possibly even areas out there by like Minnesota could be impacted as well. We're watching the possibility for severe weather on it. I'm not too confident in that fact quite yet. Although, I mean, given the given the storm system here, ingredients could be in place for severe weather. There still is not as much information as I'd like to have. Although the latest GFS here does show a lot of advection, a lot of instability. Working its way up here once again towards the Midwest and maybe even the southern United States. I think the greatest probability if we did get severe weather would be further down south, possibly by like Louisiana, Texas area. But you know, we'll see. There still is a lot of factors that I still need, or a lot of information that I need to gather from the models and all that stuff as we do get closer to this event. So the more I figure out about it, obviously the more I'll let you guys know about what we can expect overall. But just know it's possible for the 4th and 5th that we could have a little bit of severe weather across the south. It and maybe as high up as like the Midwest or something like that. So we'll just keep an eye out there for that. All right, my friends. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy it, once again, consider subscribing, leaving a like, and most importantly, sharing this. It'd be greatly appreciated, my friends. Check out our merch page. We got some pretty cool stuff down below if you guys do want to see all that. Got some really cool stuff, including these hats here. So go ahead and go get yourself some cool merch out there. Go ahead and check it out. And all right, my friends. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for another weather update, my friends. See y'all in the next one.